Hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Chris Emilo, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Life in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Today, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're going to be talking about uh, overstay fines, company issues, salary issues, the summer timing. We got a lot of things to talk about. And here with me, we got somebody, a legal advisor in UAE, a Nigerian, and her name is Annette. So I'm bringing her up to the stage here. So, uh, Miss Annette.
Hello, my name is Annette. I'm a lawyer by profession, and I'm here working as a legal representative here in Dubai. I into so many things like real estate, immigration, visas, and PRO services, and so many things, but mostly issues that have to do with legal problems here in Dubai. I'm an African, I'm a Nigerian, and it helps us or it makes us happy if we can serve Nigerians and Africans who are having legal issues here in Dubai. So many people are having issues in Dubai, but they don't know how to tackle these issues. So thank God I am one of those who have the opportunity to be able to reach out to Africans who are having legal issues here in the UAE. Thank you, Chris Emilo, for hosting me here today.
Yeah, you're welcome to the Life in Dubai. The Life in Dubai. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, before I say anything, if you're joining me for the first time, kindly subscribe. And if you're already part of my family, don't forget to click the like button. And also, Annette is also a YouTuber. She's a YouTuber in UAE Legal Voice, right? UAE
Yes.
Legal Voice. She's a YouTuber on UAE Legal Voice, and she discussed a lot of things regarding issues, that might interest you or the issues that you're having in your company. Basically, if you also want to invest, so you can also go to our channel and subscribe to our channel so that you can get more updates. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we will be discussing about a lot of things. Like I said at the starting, we are going to be talking about the issues that Africans, let's just say Africans, because I'm not talking about Nigeria, I'm talking about the whole of the continent. We are talking about Africa, the black race. So we are facing a lot of issues abroad, not just UAE, but we are talking about UAE because we are presently in UAE. Now, a lot of people that comes in that we are stuck in UAE and they finally uh, stayed overstay. Understand? So I believe that sometimes most of them they willingly want to stay overstay. Understand? Most of them because of the people that they got to hang out with, the people that tell them say na street na im be the way. Understand? Say if you no get job, just enter street. Now, first of all, in that overstay, do you actually think that is advisable for anybody, let's just say Africans, to be on overstay in this country?
No, it's illegal. If you go through the Dubai system, is one of the offenses against Dubai authorities. You are not supposed to stay illegal in their country. I find it hard to find out that so many Africans are living in this country as an illegal immigrants here, and it's not good because one reason you came here is to look for jobs. So not having papers, so what are you doing? So being
No,
illegal
but
in the Dubai
yeah.
or outside Dubai, it's not good. Not having papers is a wrong thing.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I say anything again, I realize that a lot of people are having visa overstay challenges that want to know how to waive their fine from Dubai to Abu Dhabi to Ajiman, visa waive, amnesty, or whatever, whatever. So stick to the end of this video because everything is on this video. So the question I'm going to ask you here is this, huh? Because I'm going to be asking a very sensitive question that has to do with all this overstay and issues that has to do with companies in UAE. Now we all know that overstay in UAE is not good. You get. We all know that overstaying UAE is not good. That is against the UAE law. But I'm talking about uh, being personal, whether, because I believe that whether it's against the UAE law, you can still survive. Understand? But there's some consequences, personal consequences, not even the government consequences. The government consequences is later on, but there's some personal consequences that you are going to feel, which I believe that first of all comes with frustration. Frustration. Understand? But because if you are to overstay in this country, understand, despite saying you cannot walk around freely, your mindset, you will be down in depressions because you know if you do what other people they do, you cannot do anything that other people are doing, understand? So what thing I want to ask you be say, if anybody is in this situation, wetin be the first thing the person should do? If the person actually did not uh, decide on his own to be on overstay, but because of the present situation, he was probably he was talking. So what will be your own advice for the person?
First, for those with overstay, most of them, they are in overstay intentionally. Because first, when you start seeing that your visa is going to expire, you have to do something about it. That is why I always tell people that before you come into Dubai, be prepared. You know that these visas, it's not just like it's just UAE or Dubai. You have to be prepared. But some people, they've come in and they are faced with these issues. So for those having overstay, they have to clear it up. Yes, there were most time they give amnesty, like Dubai gave amnesty some period ago, some months ago, and those that have overstayed, they reduced their fine and they told people to go and get their visa immediately. 3 months visa, residence visa, so that it can be legal. But even with that, some people did not do anything. And these people, they eat every day. They buy clothes, they buy things. So why don't you save that money? Or you have people back at home. Call them. Or some of them are even doing illegal job and people are paying them salaries. So why don't you just fix yourself and do this visa? Except for those that are in Abu Dhabi, whereby they've already locked that portal for visa reduction. Right now, they are not giving visa reduction, except you just happen to have some few visa fines, then they can clear it.
Okay. Shout out to the Niger always joining the chat, the live stream. Thank you for coming. And if you have any question to ask regarding fine wave, this fine issue, company issue, salary issue, and the summer working timing, if you have any question regarding UAE at all, drop it at the comment section. At the end of this video, we will be answering every question as usual. So coming to my next question. Now, you work as a legal practitioner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that has to do with issues like
Legal assistance.
local artist. Say
Assistance.
we were not go school. You understand?
No,
People
even
say
me,
correct.
I've gotten too used to that system because since 2016, I've been calling myself legal practitioner. But coming to Dubai, it's hard for me to mostly change it. So we are trying.
Anyone legal is legal. When legal issue, somebody understand what I'm saying. Legal
Yeah.
when it's legal. So the question I'm saying, the one thing I want to ask now, your work is for people that has a salary issue, absconding issue with the company,
Yes.
um, overstay
Cancellation
fines
visas.
and
Yeah.
cancellation and other things. People that maybe the company refuse them to leaving, or they want to cancel and the company did not allow them to go. They don't want to cancel them. Now, coming from company issue, what do you think is actually, in your own view, what do you think is the actually problem that company don't want to actually let employees go after maybe they want to resign, or what if they want to leave the company?
First, the Dubai law already states that once an employer employs people to work for him, that person is automatically under the employer. So which means for everything that happens to that employer in Dubai, the employer is responsible. So if you're going to cancel your visa, for example, most time the employer will ask you, if you cancel, are you going back to your country? Because that is the law. If your employer cancels your visa, the next thing is either you go back to your country or you bring an employment letter from another company, or you do your resident visa. You show the sign that you're already doing your resident visa. Without that, any company that cancels your visa without these other details I gave to you or I listed here, they will be the one to receive a fine. So it's really not the company's problem. They are only following the policies. Dubai, we are enjoying this country because of the laws they've put in there. So these people, these companies are following the laws. And don't forget, canceling these visas, they pay their money to do visas for these employees. Most people want to cancel their visa within 2 months, 3 months. But when you're given the job, they asked you, will you work? And you said yes. And you signed 2 years, 3 years contracts. So I don't think any employer will be happy to just cancel the visa, whether
Yeah,
you
but
want to leave or stay.
you know, I like being straightforward. You mentioned you made a statement, and I want to go on to that statement. Now, you said that the person was employed, understand, and he or she, after 2 3 months, he decide to leave the job. Okay, now, uh, I'm much aware because for me, I have a lot of experience in UAE already. Understand, and from my own experiences, what I normally put out on this channel. So do you know that sometimes employers actually want to take advantage of employee in this country?
Yeah.
Yeah. And because of that, for me, I believe that once an employee has a small mind that like you came to this UAE for the first time and nobody have ever advised you. I was in that position. Understand?
Yeah.
There was some situation that you're supposed to handle maturely with your mind. But because you haven't seen anybody that will advise you or talk to you about how to handle issues, you will end up having a problem that you will think that that will be the worst company that you ever been in, and that is why you might decide to leave after the after 2 or 3 months. Now, my question is this: what comes up if you decided to leave after 2 3 months, which we know that in UAE law they have 6 months probation,
Yeah.
6 months probation period. So if you decide to leave within that 2 3 months, what thing will happen?
They'll give you a ban.
Huh?
They give you a ban, they give you abscond, and they send you back home. You won't be able to work in Dubai for at least 1 year.
You won't be able to work and to buy at least. I hope soon that they hear. So I don't go. So I want to put light. I want to talk more on that particular employees trying to leave their company within that period of, because I believe that you as a person, you have your personal view, and your personal view can impact. If I'm to bring my opinion, you bring your opinion, we'll put it together, it will be more bigger than what one person can offer, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
now, if an employee was employed in the company, definitely I will release this word here now. Do
Okay.
not expect that any company in UAE that is perfect, no company, no single company is perfect in this UAE. Simply means that if you go into a company and you find yourself in a position whereby uh, you felt like you are being the worst person, that you know, in company, when you are new, you feel discriminated, you feel like
Yeah.
you are the most hated, you know. Once another nationality pass by you and they speak their own language, you felt like they are talking to you, you know, those kind of feelings. And I normally tell people that this type of feelings are mutual. This is natural feeling that you must feel. Even you, me as an Igbo man, I work with a company that is with in a Yoruba company in Lagos, and they are speaking Yoruba. I cannot understand them. Even as a Nigerian, I felt I will feel the same. Understand? Because
Yeah.
it is natural. Feeling discriminated or discriminative, whatever. It is natural. Understand?
Yes.
So, and that is why people normally get it wrong that when they go into a company. Me personally, I got it wrong from the beginning. You understand? Because I normally, like I said, what I share on my YouTube is from my past experience. Understand? Because for me, nobody was able to advise me. Nobody advised me as I'm putting out on YouTube. And nobody ever talked to me when I come to say, "What you tell me, say why you come this Dubai? Why you no go Europe? Why you no go America?"
Yes.
Understand? But me personally, I know what I'm looking for, so my ear is always closed. Understand? So now, if you go into a company that mix with other nationalities, Filipino, uh, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, especially Pakistan, if you go into those kind of company, now you should understand that your first step is to make sure you understand them first. You understand a Filipino guy, what he like, what he don't like, what he's as in his lifestyle. Understand? Then if you can be able to understand each and every nationality, then you know how to follow them up.
Yes.
But if you come and say because then they discriminate you, you say you want to fight back and discriminate back, at the end it will hit you like missile. You understand?
Yes.
So that is what is there. Then getting to issues that comes up after probation, like employees not be able to pay completely their salary or owing them salary. Understand? So, what do you think is the right step to follow if your employee refuse to pay your salary after working for him for months, or it's paying you half, they not give you half? What you need to talk about that one?
First, for you to be an employee, you have to be valid, as in you have your Emirates ID, which your company has done for you. So if you are working with your tourist visa, like so many people I've encountered recently, they are still working with their tourist visa, which is very wrong. You don't have any rights to make any complaints. So if you already have these visas, Emirates ID, you're already a legal person in Dubai, which means if you are working for a company and they are not paying you salary, you report to the authority. That is why you have lawyers. That is why you have labor. That is why you have. There are so many legal authorities in UAE that you make these complaints to. That I've been working for this company, and these companies, I bet you, they are scared of anybody reporting them, because they have to pay their workers' salary. They are supposed to give accommodation, visas, and all these other benefits. So if you're going to report them that you are working for them and they are not paying you salary, they will be in trouble. So one thing is for people to know their rights. That is something they should always know before they even start working. Know your rights. Don't just go into a company and start working, and if you don't have your Emirates ID, you can't make a complaint. That is just the whole thing. If you are working legally, you can make complaint, and labor or the lawyers can help you with your case.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are joining us for the first time, we are discussing about the issues that comes up in companies regarding overstays, abscond, salary issues, and some little issues that comes up in the company. So if you have any question to ask regarding your company or anything that has to do with UAE, you can drop it at the comment section. We will respond to each and every question. But first of all, I have a video that I want to play to you guys. This is a Filipino lady. She's actually talking to the employer. So I would like you guys to listen to, because it's a message. So, and I like anything that has to put out a message out there. I normally welcome it in my channel. So guys, listen to this carefully.
Shout out to all employers out there. Yes, you are the boss and we are only your workers. But please, respect us as we respected you as our boss. Be responsible enough as we are responsible in our duties under your homes. If we did something wrong and you don't like our service anymore, then act lawfully. Don't kill us brutally. And let us go home in our country, because someone is waiting there for us, and that's our family.
want to ask you a few questions regarding this video.
Okay.
Do you listen to this video very well?
To an extent, yes.
Now, in this this comment that she put out, what do you think that what do you think is her message? I want you to clear her message to the viewers.
Okay. First, she's crying and complaining about being brutally whatsoever in her place of work, which is something that most people experience in their place of work. Most time, okay, I had a friend, let me use my friend's experience. She was working for a company, and I think there were just 2 blacks in the company, and like you said about races or whatsoever. And whenever the boss comes in, the boss is always saying, I went to your country, Africa, your country is rubbish, blah, 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 blah. See, like I told her, and I'm telling people right now, when you get people saying things about you, you came for the job, forget about any other thing. At the end of the day, go home and look for something that makes you happy. Next, they go to, but if you can't take it anymore, then you may complain. But based on this video right now, most employers will want to send you back home, which is the law. But some people will refuse going back home. And that is where absconding comes, because some people will just run out of their place of work, which is also illegal. So if you are working, like I said before, if you are working legally and you have evidence to all these treatments, then you make reports, you make your complaints, and hopefully the authority will take action.
There's a question that the Niger is asking. He said, in Abu Dhabi, is Abu Dhabi clearing fines? Because there is a man that was told that to go to Abu Dhabi to clear his overstay after using 4 months with the company. There were actually 2 of them that went.
For now, Abu Dhabi is not clearing fines. Even we working with the legal authorities or with the lawyers, Abu Dhabi is not clearing fines. Only Dubai right now.
And he said here again, he said, and they haven't returned since 5 days now. Rumors going around that they have been arrested. What is the state presently? What is their state presently?
Right now, I still have a friend that I met who went to clear his fine in Abu Dhabi. People have been hearing these things. I don't know why they don't keep listening. Abu Dhabi is not clearing fines. So when you go there and you have these issues, okay, like this guy, he went there and there were so many of them. They picked them in a van and took them to the prison. When they got there, the authorities there told them, okay, if you are owing any money, if you know you want to pay your fine, bring your money. So for those that had the money there, they cleared them, they sent them back home. But for those that were not having the money and or did not have any means of getting the money, they deported them or they left them in the prison. But for him and some other people, they were deported. So for now, the only thing I can say is that if anybody is having fines in Abu Dhabi, wait until there's amnesty or you have the full money to pay and clear up yourself. But for Dubai, Dubai is clearing fines. Sharjah, they are trying a little, but Abu Dhabi is not clearing fines for now.
You know, to add something from what you just said, I normally I've been saying this on YouTube every day that, see, Dubai, Abu Dhabi right now, you cannot clear your fine. You cannot clear your fine without you having your complete visa fine money or payment. If you leave whether you are in Dubai and you come to Abu Dhabi that you want to clear your fine, you'll be arrested and you'll be taken back to Nigeria with banned. So just note that. So if you are coming to clear your fine, have your complete money. That is the only way out. So
And
getting to
add to it, this person has gotten a ban for more than 1 year and is still not cleared. Whenever he tries to get a 1-month visa to check, they keep rejecting him. So if there's still anybody still planning to go to Abu Dhabi to cancel or to reduce his fine, make sure you're having your full money. If not, welcome to prison or welcome to going back to Nigeria.
There's a question again that I want to make shout out to everybody that joined this live. The Niger, Alufa, Uh, Mayong, thank you for joining. Uh, Alexis and Tracy, thank you for joining us. And the rest of the people that are still watching us, you can kindly drop comments at the comment section for me to give you a shout out. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will answer everybody's question, but we have something that we are deliberating on. And if you have any question, drop it at the comment section. We will respond to it. So now, getting to investments, you know, now a lot of people actually don't believe that they can actually have companies in UAE, like they can actually have their own business in UAE because they're thinking that maybe the processes of getting established or getting a business established in UAE is very high. You understand? It's that big deal. So they don't really know how to go about it. And there's, most of them have even said that they cannot invest in UAE. So what is your take on investing in UAE?
Yeah, it's very, very possible to invest in UAE. There's this lady that I was working close to. She has a cleaning company and she employed some Africans to work for her. All you need to do is to get the services of a PRO that will tell you all the details on how to start everything from the beginning to the end, how you get the licenses, the visas, how many people you can employ in your quotas, the right areas to set up your business or open your company. So investors, Expo 2020 is coming. This is an opportunity for any investors to come and showcase their business or invest their money. And some businesses or companies that you can invest, or let me say businesses, like real estate business. Number one, if you even Google it, is number one in all the list of investments. So Africans, don't be scared of investing. Not everybody should come here and be looking for a job. Maybe that's why they don't respect us. Everybody just come here while looking for how to collect their money. Nobody wants to put their money. But if you go through the right way, you'll be able to invest your money and do your business smoothly. I just mentioned one lady. There are some opening restaurants or barbing shop in somewhere like Dera. There are people opening their own businesses. It's just knowing the right method or knowing the right procedures on getting this business open.
Now, you yourself, you are a real estate expert, right?
Yeah.
Now, and how do you normally get, because you have rooms for rent, right? So how do you how can you get people to get you, how do you want to showcase your room? How do you want to get your rooms out for people to know that investing can actually pay you back? Like if you invest in real estate or rooms or anything that has to do with real estate, is going to pay back.
Yeah. For a start, there are real estate business as small as renting a studio. So many Africans are doing that now. They rent a studio, put bunk beds, like secondary school, boarding school kind of beds, and they rent it out to people. That is starting investments with the small capital you have. Some people are using their salary to do that. Then people now go into using from studio to 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and renting it out to individuals or renting it to just 2 people or 3 people or 3 persons. So the method in which I can showcase, most time I use Facebook to showcase properties, or I use my status, or if I have 1 or 2 persons coming to Dubai, I can tell them, okay, I have this property. Instead of just going straight to the hotel, why don't you come and try using one of this property, and it's even cheaper. You have your own convenience.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are looking the view of this, really, I've seen the properties that she have, and it actually look like a hotel. So, if you have somebody coming into Dubai, instead of going to rent a hotel, you can actually contact her. And I want you guys to Okay. This your room. I don't know how to describe it. First of all, where is the location of that rooms?
It's in Marina, Dubai Marina.
Dubai Marina. And the
Yes.
room is like, the room there like hotel. I not go lie. You sure it's not be
And
hotel
it's close to
that
it's close to the
that
beach. You can just
it's not
it's not hotel, it's a master's room. Though you have to share kitchen. There's a difference
like
between having a
what
master's room and a studio apartment.
what could be the rate? Can you share the rate publicly or personal?
Ah, let's say between 3, 5 to 4,000, 5,000. Depends on location. Depends on landlord. Depends on building.
3,000-4,000 to 5,000.
Yes.
Is it for a room or for a flat or for best
For
space or
master's
for
room. For master's room.
master's room? Meaning one
You have your
room and
room, yeah, one
kitchen.
room. No, no, no. If you're having a room and kitchen, that's a studio, or you're having a one-bedroom flat, which is you have the sitting room, you have the kitchen, you have the washroom separate. But this
Okay.
one is the master's room. You just have the room and you have the washroom inside. Then when you feel
Okay.
like cooking or doing anything, you go outside.
That is basically for people that is coming to UAE to tour, like to.
So people use that for accommodation. Some Africans rent it and stay alone. Africans, they're making money here too. So some Africans are rented to some Africans that stay. So
Okay. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know more about her rooms or her master rooms or studio or whatever, go to
bedroom,
our
3 bedroom
channel
flat.
at UAE Legal Voice. You can go there, ask her for a number at the comment section. You'll get a number, or you can still rewatch this video because in the video her number is also displayed there, so you can take it there. But that's how if you have anybody coming for tourism or need such room to maybe spend some time for vacation, or you yourself maybe you finish with your company, you just want just chill, you understand? You can just
Get
call
your
her and
vacation.
have 1 or 2 year vacation, just
Enjoy your
some vacation. You have
enjoy
to
your
enjoy
address.
your 1 year vacation, exactly. So sometimes in this UAE, we all think about stress, work. Like you wake up, you work, you go to work, come back, sleep, wake up again and go to work, come back, sleep, wake up again and go to work for 1 year. Then you need rest. You need the rest. If you cannot go back to your country, just find somewhere like this and just relax. You understand? If you get girlfriend, if you not get girlfriend,
The worst part of it, for this comment you made now, some people are in UAE, they don't know where Marina Mall is. They don't know where
I'm
Dubai
I'm one-
Mall is.
I'm one of them. Wallahi.
I will sue you for this.
So, ladies and
Don't worry,
gentlemen,
I'll give you a free tour. You pay me after.
free tour.
Free
I dey
tour
wait.
for this job you are doing, for helping me make my advert. I'll give you free tour.
Wonderful. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Life in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Here we bring you everything that has to do with Dubai, United Arab Emirates, with the jobs and employment. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe now. If you're already part of my family, don't forget to like this video. If you are watching me now and you don't kill that like button, now God they see you. God they see you. Just like now, you understand? It doesn't cost anything to just like this video. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be going to the summary of summer, like the timing of summer. A lot of us, we don't actually know the summertime. The government gave us law that protect us with the employees, like with the staffs. You know, there's law that guides us within the sun. But what we don't know is that this law, is it for me or is it for her? Now, assuming I'm working in a construction work and she's working as a legal practitioner, be advisor, legal, whatever. Now, she might be when some people say this new, they will think that it's for everybody, but really this law is not for everybody.
No.
They set it that is for people that is exposed under the sun, that works under the sun, right? That
Yes.
they will close by 12:30, then resume by 3 o'clock. That is the work timing. So for those of you that haven't seen the news, it's basically in my last video, but I will still share it here so that if you haven't watched the news, no, I don't have the video here. So but you can, if you really want to see the analysis of the summertime, go back to my channel and you will see where I analyzed the timing of summer. So now we'll be reading comments and respond to everybody. There's a question that the Niger asked here.
Okay.
Okay, there's not this one, another one.
I think this one.
The second one here. He asks also the second question. If a company tells you to work with your tourist visa, how should one reply to it? Are we allowed to work on a tourist visa? What's in your answer?
No, you're not allowed to work with a tourist visa. Though most companies, they'll tell you to work with a tourist visa, that they are preparing your residence visa. But I beg, I think I'll break that to Pidgin English. I didn't miss Pidgin English. I beg, if your employer has to make you work with tourist visa, it's not their right. So the right thing to do is, because most people, even while working with their tourist visa, they are waiting for the employer to change it to resident employment visa. And after the 3 months finish, they will just tell them, "Colors, go." So you are wasting your time. You are endangering yourself. You are wasting that opportunity that you would have used to look for another job. Though some people have been looking for a job for a long time and they'll just rush into anyone that comes. I don't get job. But even then, it's illegal to work with a tourist visa. So if you are in this situation, I beg, as you are working, be looking for another job. Even me, I've gotten the experience. So if you are working with tourist visa, I beg, carry your laptop and your phone, still be looking for another job. Maybe you are expecting that salary just to keep your body, because to stay in another man's country is not easy. You need money to do things, but it's illegal to work with your tourist visa.
Now, adding to that, now when it's illegal to work with the tourist visa, but
Yes.
it's depending on the first approach between you and the company, right? Because
Yes.
if you go to a company and apply, definitely if they take you, some companies, like most companies that I know, they will not let you start work until your visa is ready. You cannot come to the work to duty
Yes.
until your visa is ready. Most companies are doing that. Why most company we give you an offer letter, you send your offer letter, then you will start working. Then maybe they want to make sure that the 3 months you have is going down before they can apply your your residence visa.
Yes.
But now you as a human being need to know, need to find out if actually how genuine is the company. First of all, look at the structure of the company before working, accept to work there. Sometimes the offer letter that you are giving is actually fake. Most companies don't give a offer letter that's approved by the Ministry of Labor. Sometimes they prepare their own personal offer letter. Understand? So and because you cannot know the difference now. If you go to a company that take you and they give you an offer letter, then you accept what, but check the structure of that company. Now, first of all, ask questions. People that are working there before, how many months have you been working there? Did they do your visa? Yes or no? How many years have you been working here?
Yes.
Ask some questions. With those questions that you gathered, you will be able to know if the company is the right place to be. But if you are in a company that everybody in that company, nobody has worked more than 3 months run. If
Exactly.
you're working in any company that, if you are employed in any company that no staff has worked more than 3 months, just know that they will not give you a visa, because maybe they're employing people after 3 months, they will just use you and throw it out there and take you again. So you should be very careful and learn how to ask questions. In our plane, we normally say, Onya Jujwa de Fuser simply means that as somebody that knows how to ask questions can never miss road. So you keep asking questions till you get the right answer. So the Niger asks again the next question. Can you read it for us?
Okay. If a company employs someone and within a month they don't do your resident visa, am I allowed to leave within a month since I was not being paid and not under the company's residence? Yeah, you can leave. Because for them to even employ in the first place without employment visa, which means they didn't give you offer letter. But if they give you offer letter and they don't do your resident visa, yeah, you can leave. And if they're going to hold, they can't hold anything against you, because it's that employment visa that makes you legal with them. So if they don't do your resident visa, please leave.
Now, even with this question, I have a video that I already made that I'm going to post maybe tomorrow or next tomorrow regarding this particular cycle. Somebody, let me just give you guys tips, but I will not share everything here. We'll go to the next video I watch it. Now, this guy was brought in from Ghana to start work in UAE. After the boy finished working, the conclusion was that the boys actually bought a return ticket for the boy to go back to Ghana without any payment after maybe 2 months.
Wow.
So I will share the story on my next video. So watch out for the video that is coming up tomorrow or next tomorrow, where I share the full story of the young man. I have someone coming, don't worry. I will. You don't get customer.
No problem, no problem.
So, ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know, my name is Emilo, and here we'll bring you everything that has to do with United Arab Emirates. And here with me is Annette. I normally call her Annette because of her spelling.
Just call me Annette. Let me know I'm from Calabar.
Her name is Annette, and she's a host of Dubai UAE Legal Voice YouTube channel. So you can actually go to our channel and subscribe to our channel. She's also doing a great work. You know, it's just few Africans that are actually putting out something that can help the brothers in this country, and that is what I'm very enlightened about. When we're talking about the YouTube now that educate Nigerians or Africans in UAE, you have to talk about Mazi Ojoto, you have to talk about Chris Emilo Dubai, of course, you have to talk about me.
Number one. I
You have to talk
knew
about
Mazi through yourself. I knew you first before I knew Mazi. So
you have to talk about all these people. And now that the industry is growing, now I'm very happy that because a lot of us now are getting into this YouTube, and if we are 10 in this particular position that shares our story to enlighten other people in this country, I think the wage of scam and other things is going to reduce because everybody will be aware of all these things. So, and that is the movement, and
yes.
that is the movement between Abu Dhabi and Dubai, which is the between Abu Dhabi and Dubai, which is the best for a newcomer for cost of living and job. Now I'm in Abu Dhabi, you're in Dubai. Now I will say this. Dubai has its own advantage and disadvantage. Abu Dhabi has their own disadvantage and advantage. Now, why I say so is that apart from COVID-19 pandemic and the way Abu Dhabi border is structured now, I would have said that Abu Dhabi is the best place because when you come from, you can actually rent a room somewhere and you can go out to yourself and look for a job easily. There's no much scam in Abu Dhabi. You don't hear much about scam in Abu Dhabi than other Emirates. So, but Dubai is more economized in food. Cost of living is more cheaper in Dubai. You cannot come to Abu Dhabi and you will see one room like that. You best place, not my best place, but food cost is expensive. Transportation, there is no metro. There's no metro here. You cannot use metro. Even now, no bus because of a COVID-19 pandemic. So you have to use taxis. So the cost of living in Abu Dhabi is high. So anybody that is coming now should be advised to stay in Dubai. Dubai, because from Dubai you can be connected to other Emirates. You can also, if you see a job in Abu Dhabi, you can come to Abu Dhabi and go back to Dubai. But if you want a place to stay, I think Dubai is the best place. So that is just it. So coming for salary issue, a lot of employers that we have talked about salary.
No.
We have not talked about salary.
Okay, salary is not being paid to workers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, If if a company employs a worker, they has a particular salary that they have a net salary that is uh, that is recorded in the Ministry of Labor. You know, this is what most people don't know. I want to share this here so that you listen very carefully. Please don't leave until you get this message. It's very important. You can also share it to somebody. Now, a lot of people will apply a job and maybe they will get a salary offer of 2,000 dirhams. And at the end, once the person start work, they will reduce the salary to maybe 1,005. You know why? Now, do you know that you sign 2 documents before you start work?
Okay.
The first is your offer letter, then the second is your contract. Maybe a lot of us don't read what is in contract before we sign it.
You don't read anything at all.
Yeah, they don't read what is in contract before you sign it. Now, the offer letter is just what the company just gave you as an offer to start. Then the contract is the agreement you have between you, the company, and the labor. Now, the labor might put your net salary 800. Your company can put it in the your net labor salary 800. And for you, because you send the offer letter of 2,000, you will think that you will be receiving that 2,000. Now, you don't have the power to take them anywhere because in the labor application, in the labor website, your salary actually there is maybe 800 basic, 200 this allowance, 300 that's allowance. Those they go just share them in a different form. Understand? So, and that is why most people they will have an agreement with their company. I'll be giving you this amount, and when they start work, they will start receiving less salary. So, what you should be doing is this: once you apply for any company and they give you an offer letter of social salary, make sure that the salary of that particular money that they put in your offer letter is the same thing that they put in your contract. Understand? If you check it and it's not the same thing, simply means that they just cut it off. Then they will just give you their own. But basically, the way they share it, as long as it's up to the standard of what you people agreed on, because they normally cannot give you, you cannot have a 1,500 salary and they put 1,500 basic for you. Like for example, if you have a 1,500 salary, they will might put 800 or 900 basic, 200, 200 for food allowance, 200 for transportation allowance, then 200 for other allowance. They will just put it other allowance. Just to make sure that, just to make sure that on your settlement, they won't have big problem because settlement time they have to calculate how many days you work and other things to pay you from settlement and other things. So if they put much salary in your basic, it will be very difficult for them to settle you. So if they share it like that, so far you collect the main thing that you people are bargaining for. That is just it. That's it. Okay. Start from somewhere.
Start anywhere.
Start anywhere. I have some problem. So that's just it. Now, coming from people that they are owing salary, understand? People that are owing salary. A lot of us, the one thing that I talk about this thing is that me, I'm not the negative person that gives in. Like, if you have an issue, you will expect me to tell you that you should give you maybe. If you have a problem with your company, you will expect me to tell you to leave the company. I'm not that type of person. Understand? So I would say this: if you're having a salary issue with your company, maybe they are owing you salary. A salary that your company is owing you is a must that they will pay. It's just like they are saving it for you. Understand? So now, if maybe your salary you apply in the company and your company is not paying you, maybe your salary completely what you bargained for, what you need to do is first of all plan your step. Like I normally tell people, a lot of people use anger to frustrate themselves in this way. They use anger and frustration to punish themselves because they say, I know if you work in this company again because they do me that. Why you don't have a proper structure? You never plan yourself well. Understand? And if you are living in any company, make sure you have a proper underground structure that even if you leave, you have something to sustain yourself. You understand? Because if you say you want to leave a company because of say they know they pay salary well, and you don't have another backup plan, you don't have anything to hold yourself back, and at the end you will end up going to back to Nigeria, or better still, going overstay and being abscond or something like that. So the best thing is for you to cool down. If you notice that the company that you're working in is not actually performing the way you want, what you need to do is to sit back, think of what you can do to upgrade yourself. Once you get that idea that you need, you can do some courses, do something to improve yourself.
Yes.
Then the move that you will make is going to what you have planned for yourself, not that you go use anger, decided to leave your company, and at the end you will
You'll
end
be
up in
fine.
frustration. Yeah. And you'll be frustrated because if you and I want to say this, a lot of people want to leave a company, they want to leave company with fights, understand? And that normally don't end well with them. Now, if you are leaving a company, at least try to create a good relationship with the company.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very important because a lot of us, if we leave the company, we want to be the Mike Tyson or Mayweather to make sure say that we be African black power. Now we get the whole much weight for our body. See, in this UAE, now mind that they tell they play this for.
Yes.
Understand? A lot of things that you don't have to show whatever expression. Sometimes these people that want you to be sad, understand? If you appear not to be sad, understand? They won't bother again. But if they still say because they want you to be sad, you self be sad, can't become sad, then go they do that thing again to make sure that you.
Yes.
But once what they try to make you put you in that particular side, and you show them that nothing happened, you understand? You just keep the that smiling face. At the end, they will say, this is what they do this guy, they pen up, so it's better make we stop. Do you understand? So that
Mm-hmm.
is how it is. So that is basically what you should be looking at, not the if then you say, hey, come and clean here. You want to show say, now you be manager, now you be supervisor, blah blah blah. Before you know, wahala don boss, and at the end, they will not side you. Let me just tell you that
Mm-mm.
they will not side you. They can never side you. You will not relate. You are not related to them. One thing, one mindset you need to have is that why am I here? I am here for the money.
Yes.
I am here to upgrade myself. That is just the focus. Other things is the minus. Understand? If you feel like okay, they are treating this person better than you, why don't you? I did it. Now, what I did for myself is that my first company in this country was that I worked with different nationality, but I realized that they actually look Nigerians down. Like they look us very down. Like we cannot actually do better than them. Understand? So then after 1 year, I thought about because me, I'm a very proud person. Like my shoulder there like this. I'm very proud. Understand? And I know there no apologies to anybody. I'm a very proud person because if I notice that if I did this alone by myself, Buhari no reach me. I swear God. If you help me, we achieve it together. Fine, I owe you loyalty. But if I did it alone and you are there watching, what thing I go do you? Like, understand? So that's what I did. Now I noticed that they actually look Nigeria less. Like they felt like you cannot do better job than ordinary labor or cleaning or other things.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
I look at myself and I checked around. My 1 year in this country, that was when I applied for my driving license. Understand?
Mm.
So now I checked around and say, I know Sabi, uh, what I call it, the machineries around the industry. So what I did is that, first of all, I noticed that these people are all hypocrites. You get, if you work in a company, all of them, the staff there are all hypocrites. Now, for you to be able to get into them, you also have to play hypocrites. You get? Now, what you do is this: if you smile, give me, I can read people very well. If you smile to me, I go smile to you. But if I turn like this, I don't do my own thing. Understand?
Okay.
Simple game. If you give me a smile, I give you my smile. That is just it. Now, I noticed that the other African that is working in that company cannot actually operate any machinery in that company. Now, that is because they have created a boundary. This one is this nationality. They have created there are like 4 teams in that company. Like this one is this nationality, this one is this nationality, groups. Understand? And with that groups now, you cannot now the people that owns the ground are the people that knows everything about the machinery. So if you try to play your own nationality, understand, it will backfire to you. It go backfire because these people cannot teach you because they don't say you are not with them. What I did. Now I use my mind and connect to everybody. Like I have to play along their hypocrisy until I learn each machinery one after the other. I learn forklift operating. Nobody teach me, just few questions I ask. I just like, my friend, what is this? Which one is it? Which one? What is? They just tell me. One fateful day, I just climb. That is it. Understand? Then the next step, I apply the driving license. Like play. All this thing, I'm just doing it. I'm not doing it straight. I'm just doing like I don't know anything, but I actually know what I want. So when I left, this was happening in Rasakema. So when I eventually left Rasakema, I stayed like maybe, because after then, more issues came up because once I applied the driving license, they don't know, say, something big is coming. So they try to understand. And me, I don't have anybody advising me at that time, you understand? So, and me, I'm a very hot-tempered person. I'm a very hot-tempered person. So we have a lot of issues, and I left the company. I was terminated. At that point, now, see, now. No, after 1 year and some months.
Okay.
But after my 1 year, that was when I got my driving license. I applied for my driving license. Though within that 1 month, there was issues start coming up. You understand? So I was terminated. Now the termination we are rejoicing, and for their mind is that, hey, I no go fit stay for this year once you are terminated. You know, so the mindset is that once you are terminated from your company, you cannot work again in UAE.
Yes.
I left Rasakema. When they see me next time, even the supervisor cannot, the manager cannot. If they see me, like they will shake, because how can somebody that you're trying to put down become more successful than you are? And you being a Nigerian, because when I come to say, I now became very proud. Like my proud come the just from my shoulder, because they actually think that Nigerians cannot actually do well. Understand? They actually think that Nigerians cannot do it well. And once I don't notice, say you have that mindset, that is one thing that pushed me. That is the only thing that pushed me in this country. And I thank God that I met that kind of set of people, because Nadim will push me. Yes. Because I wanted to make sure, say, I let them know, say, Nigerians, they go feel reach one kind of level. Understand?
Yes.
So at that time, I dey change car like water. Like the car that I go to see them today is not the car I will go with tomorrow. Just to make them know, say, level don't change. You understand?
Okay.
So it is good that you build. Now, my aim was that the Nigerians have been looking at the Nigerians for years now. So what can we do to bring our image up again. You understand? To make sure, say, then they look Nigeria that up instead of looking us that down. And it's between me and you, nobody else. And it's between everybody. Like, if if they say like for example now, if they say like 5 Nigerians with Range Rover, what do you think there will be no respect? There'll be respect now.
There will be respect. But
Yeah,
most time
that's what I'm.
if they see Nigerians like that, the first they will be like, Yahoo, are you sure? Where did they work? No, they don't give Nigerians good jobs. So where did they get money to buy cars? But people
That
are
is it.
working.
And
But we have to start it ourselves. Like I have some friends, I'll bring them here one of these days in my video or in my channel. They started small, like you said, salary of 800 dirham. And now, if you are giving them, if you are offering them 6,000, they'll be like, "Are you serious? Do I look like 6,000?" And somebody, you give them 10,000, like seriously, they are big people now in Dubai, in UAE. But one thing that Africans should do is that we should learn to make that sacrifice. We should learn to grow ourselves. Fine, you might have come here as a maid. Don't remain as a maid. You have come here as a whatsoever position you come with. Don't remain. Okay, see what happened last year during the pandemic. I saw myself. I'm not this kind of person that sits at home without doing anything. Even when I'm going to school, I'm still doing something. So they said there was pandemic. What should I do? Should I just sit at home? I was looking for what course to do. Money not there. Imagine you stay in the whole of 1 year, your old savings, you finished it or you are almost finishing it. Nibosh came, which is health and safety package, and I was like, what can I do? I'm looking for a job as a lawyer. Nobody's offering me a job. I even went, I was looking for a job for cleaner. They still not offer me. I said, okay, since safety course is something else, let me while away this time. So the more I was reading, good thing that when you haven't doing all this thing, you are helping yourself. You are investing in yourself because tomorrow you might just dust it out and they say they have this, even most of these courses, because some fear that some people were even having that, no, they always need people with 2 years, 3 years, 10 years experience. Forget that thing. One day they will look for somebody with 0 experience and you will dust your certificate and you are planning the next thing you are going forward. So we Africans should just stop dwelling in just a particular circle that will remain there. You come in as a security guard, you want to remain security guard for 10 years.
forever.
Wait, you know they grow.
Imagine.
You know they grow.
I
And then by
know
the time you
somebody.
not see
I know somebody that is working as construction since when I came, and he's still working
construction,
construction today. Understand?
then by the time they see Africans now, maybe they see 1 or 2 Africans driving a car, they're like, no, the person did one thing. Like when I was looking for a job, then they said, no, they can never give African lady an office job. It's not possible. And that's another thing. The set of people you move around with, it matters. They say, no, how would they give African lady? And it's not possible, blah, 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 blah. If I follow those people, I will just they do the cleaner job they go, or maybe I should not land for Nigeria. So we should dream of something good and work towards it. Like you now, you did not remain there. If you have remained there, you're not for to do this video by now.
Exactly.
So we should grow ourselves. Most times, see something and say, I can do it. If this person can do it. For example, now I'm working with a lawyer. If somebody have told me that if I come to UAE, I will ever come to the corridor of where lawyers are working, I will never have believed. But I told myself, is it not? Because when I came, the first month, the interview I went, I met a lady and she was a lawyer. She's working as a lawyer. I was like, if this woman can be working as, and that is one thing we should meet people that are living your dreams, and you tell yourself, yes, if this person can do it, I can do it. Then you start growing yourself. How did this person get there? You start working towards getting there. If it's certificates that the person or licenses or education, start growing yourself. Not be jealousy or not be that jealousy what people do, but start growing yourself. Work towards it. Some people will say there's no money. See, these guys I'm talking about, or these people that I'm talking about that I will not accept 6,000 or 8,000 salary. Their salary was 800 dirham. They said they will manage this flat bread that they give them with their dal or whichever. They will eat it, put their 300 or 500, pay for the course. The course that they wanted to do. They are doing health and they are safety officers now. One is working oil and gas, the other one is doing something else. But they were investing and investing. Before you know, they've gathered one certificate of like, yes, I have this one. When another opportunity comes, they apply for it. So we Africans, we should see ourselves, because if we keep taking these small jobs, we're even affecting people that are coming in the future because we're not giving them a good background. We're just, at the end of the day, everybody will just put us as cleaners, security. Nobody's growing. So we should help ourselves too.
You know, one thing about this is that fine, taking job from your first beginning, take security or take a cleaner or take general helper, no doubt about it. But no stay there, no, do not stuck in that place. Like if you after 1 year, look around, look for what you can do to improve yourself. Do one or two courses. Before you know, you don't already get something in your hand. And trust me, if any company notice that you have a good qualification
Certificate. Yes.
and you are now that they know that if they let you go now, you will find job easily. They will find a way to hold you back. And the only way to find a way to hold you back is increment of
Increase
salary
your
on your
salary,
position.
give you a good
Understand?
package,
Yeah.
make promises for you.
So the more you improve yourself in your company is the more you have more value to
Yes.
yourself. Understand? But if you are cleaner today, you want to remain cleaner till 2 years. Fine, you can remain cleaner till 2 years. After 2 years, what have you achieved within those period of your first 2 years?
Yes.
Understand? Chigozie Emilia, thanks for joining me, Emilia. You know this girl? I think she's
Mm,
a member of our group.
okay. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
I've seen the
Thank you for
name.
joining. Yeah. So the thing is there that I think it's high time Africans or Nigerians, let's just say African because now I'll be Biafra.
Hey, I better not go there. Now talking about racism now you're already doing your own. I wish people will understand this now, coming from our country. Igbo people want to divide
you
Igbo.
you
Yoruba
are
want to divide. Then you come to Dubai, you expect them not to divide
they want
you.
to, no, this is the fact. Every woman is a Biafran, so this is our own heritage. No one will be anybody. We are first in Nigeria. We not be that one with the here, but we are first in Nigeria. But apart from that, yeah, what I'm saying is this: as Africans, because now I'm talking about Africans. Basically,
Yes.
I'm always talking about Africans. I'm talking about if you're African and you work in a company, and a company there's no company in UAE that you cannot improve yourself in, whether you're working in a cleaning or any company. Just
Yes.
look for something to do. Driving license, you can apply a driving license. You can apply for Badger Star
Yeah.
course, Microsoft course, or there's a lot of courses to do.
Yes, in UAE.
Once you get one of those courses in your hand, your company see that you have something good in your hand, they would like to make use of that particular thing you have before you become, because what does it say, for example, now if you apply for a driving license new, you don't have UAE experience, they will take you with a lesser salary. For their mind, they are using you at that
Yes.
particular moment. But in your own mind, you should be using them because you don't have experience. You get? So it's like check
Yes.
by butter. I use you, you use me. That is just it. Understand?
No, people should stop thinking or seeing the word that they are using you. See that you are growing yourself, because by the time you become who you want to be much later, you will forget that they are. It's even better you think they are using yourself because it will make you grow. People should stop thinking that they are using me, blah blah blah. I don't.
And the most annoying part is before you know, somebody will just wake up and say, na slave, oh, na slave work. Oh." Man, once I heard that kind of work, I'm crazy. Like I was like, excuse me, you came to this country. Slavery, did they pay salary on slavery?
No. Did they
Because
give the
for me,
accommodation?
I never read history that they pay salary on slavery.
No.
Understand? So now, if you have that mindset, you can never move forward. Quote me anywhere. See, check everybody where there are. You there around there, right? You can go to there. Go
Yes, I
to
go to
everybody
Dara.
where there are. That is maybe overstay, abscond, or all this having all this overstay. None
Yes.
of them can actually talk good about this country. That is why their life is like that.
Yes.
If you
That is
meet them
something
now,
would
say
also bring them.
they will say, this country, why are this country? The person nothing they this country, nothing they that slave, blah 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 blah. At the end, they are just trying to console themselves. Nothing much there, just to justify their stupidity. You get?
Yes.
So, and one thing they don't know is that there's actually power in tongues. Like if you say something, it manifests. Like unless you are not somebody that was born traditionally, that no no
Whether
say
you are or
the
not,
soil.
your mouth has power. Whatever you say with your mouth.
Especially, I normally tell people say the land of any man's land is more spiritual than anything. Why I say so? Now, this is the land of the ancestors of other people. Now, instead of you to come to somebody's land, you step foot in the soil of that man's land and you were like, nah, mumu country. Definitely, it's like what you sow. You understand? What you sow, you will reap it. Understand?
Yeah.
But because I made an experiment, everything I say here, it's like I passed through. I made an experiment when I came to this country. I was like, this country. The first thing I talk, we say I go drive motor. Understand? Because when I ask people around, I say the question that I asked because I was staying in Cotonou before, and in Cotonou we were driving cars with a Nigeria plate number. So that mentality is still with me when I came to this country. So I was like checking motor that has Nigeria plate number.
Did you find anyone? I hope you found one.
And also I'm checking motor that has Mpiatu. You know Mpiatu? That Igbo native dressing necklace. That we
Yes.
the bead, yeah.
The white
Because we
one.
you normally hang it in the front of the vehicle, yeah. So I'm also checking out to see whether I will see anybody driving car with Nigeria plate number with that kind of, but I did not see. But I was like, this country, I go drive motor. That was just the conclusion. So this is all about what you talk for mouth, what you talk for mouth, they manifest. If you think say you know they manifest, try them. It go work for you. Understand?
Yeah.
Whether you talk bad or if you talk bad, bad will come for you. If you talk good, good will still come for you. That is just it. So also, can one discuss Nigerian politics or make videos about what is happening to the world? There's nothing concern you here in Nigeria politics. If you want to discuss, it's your freedom. They have freedom of speech. The only thing is that don't just insult. If you insult, you will go to jail possibly. So the only thing you can just talk about your politics or whatever. Understand? Sometimes they just ask you. Sometimes I met some particular local. They will look at me and say, "Nigeria good," but the leaders. You understand?
Yes, I get that a lot.
Yeah. So we actually have good image.
Yes.
We Nigerians have seen a lot of that. Even they prefer Nigerians than other nationality. Like we have a good image. We have a good let's just say body language to other nationalities. But the problem is that we have a bad beginning. Like we have a bad background. That's just it. So Emilia asked question. Can you read it out?
What most people are facing in the issue of not paying workers' salary, why and what caused it? What most people are facing in the issue of not paying workers' salary. This worker salary for me started with this pandemic. Some companies tried not to lock their companies, or so I don't know why companies are like that. But if you are legally working for a company and they are not paying, and Chris Emilo have said this, be patient. Even Nigerians, most of our parents or most parents, they have worked for how many years? Their own is they'll just be doing small business by the wayside and be feeding the family. Say one day, all the money they will gather it. So if you can be patient and you have something to be dealing or dwelling with, one day you can just report to whatsoever and you will get all your money back. But if you cannot, because some people when I borrow money from a country come here, so you need to recover the money back. You can't tell people at home that I've gotten a job and you can't pay the bills that they borrowed or they borrowed from your village people. So if you cannot stay, report to the authorities and they will help you settle that matter. But if you can't stay, because I've gotten some people that said they managed and they stayed, because at the time I was like, how will you stay in a company for 1 year, no salary? What are you feeding with? So I don't know.
Well, what I'm going to say here is that the question is most people are facing salary, blah, blah, blah. Now, if a company is not paying you salary, it's depending on your agreement. Listen, no company in UAE can own you salary if you have a genuine agreement signed.
Yes.
If you have a contract. There's an application the application name is MOHRE. In that application, you have your profile, your name, your company name, your contract, your salary package, everything is in the application. Sign in with your Emirate ID, and everything regarding you and your company details will appear there. Even both the owner's number will be there.
Yes.
So with that particular application, you will not be misled by anyone because your basic salary is there, your monthly allowance is there, everything, your labor card, everything is there. Whether you are working on limited or unlimited contract, it's there. So it's better you download the application. The application name is Ministry of Labor app, but the name is there is MOHRE application for Ministry of Labor. It's very easy. Just download it, put your Emirate ID, and you can even find a salary complaint with the application. Yeah. But now, if you cannot be able to receive a salary from your company and you have a genuine contract with the company, the best thing is to lay complaint. But just know it in your mind that no matter how much they are owing you, they must pay it. It's a must. It's a debt that they must pay. They can never eat a dime. So they can never eat a dime from you.
Especially so this when you've signed the contract with them, not when you're working with tourist visa. Just
not what you, exactly. If you're working on tourist visa, just know that it is zero. You cannot pay. You cannot. They will not give you time.
Yeah,
understand? Yeah. So unless you want to suffer the consequences and allow the company to suffer the consequences, because definitely if they catch you, they will find you and they will find the company. So if you want both of you to suffer, that is for your own. So that's just it. So depending on your salary, and no company can eat your salary. That is one thing I know about UAE. The labor law actually guides the employers, but it's normally bad when an employer don't know his or her rights, and that is why the channel is here. Most people don't know their right. Sometimes they feel like they are right when they are wrong, and they feel like sometimes they feel like they are wrong when they are right. So that is why there's a mixture somewhere. There's another question. Also, can someone discuss Nigeria politics or make videos about? Okay, we'll talk about that one. Okay.
There's a question about security, how to upgrade himself as a security. We passed that one.
I passed that one?
There was a question that somebody asked that how can he upgrade himself as a security?
The Niger, how can someone increase or improve himself as a
security guard? For security guide, yes, like if for a security guide, you're already having some background about checking properties or moving around and seeing things, how things are done or if things are not properly done. So for me, I would advise you to go for health and safety course, and you become a big boy in Dubai or a big lady much later.
And also adding to that, security course has different grade. They have Syria for normal security guard, but they have another one for
lifeguard.
No, they have one that security supervisor. They have their own personal course. So it's for you to find out the course and go for that particular. Once you're a security guard with the Syria, you have to apply for another course if you want to upgrade
Still
yourself.
around the Syria
Yeah,
security
sit
stuff.
around. Yeah,
Okay,
around the
okay,
serious
okay.
security stuff.
But if you want to divert, don't worry. Let me give you link. Go and do health and safety course. If you want to hammer fast, not be hammer fast, yeah. You want to hammer. You want to hammer. If you are in Nigeria and you understand the word hammer, hey, you understand. Go for health and safety course.
Read this one.
You should let Nigerians know that get a driver's license in UAE is not as easy like Nigeria. In UAE, you will attend classes for stipulated periods and you must pass both theory and practical. Any exam is hard in first place. It's just for you to, number one, there's one advert I saw somewhere where the guy was like, back. I don't know if you've seen that video, back. The person learning how to drive did not understand. Say, oh God, please, what is back? I should back. I'm not a dog. Why should I back? He said, no, my wife know how to back. So most time, I think language, these people that are teaching you how to drive, you are not understanding them. And they are not understanding you when you are talking. So when they're telling you to park, you are thinking they're telling you to back. Like that video, don't mind me, just bringing that joke out of it. But one thing, no matter the courses or whatever you're upgrading yourself with, just put your mind there. Fine. Nigeria, what? I know this person said, you can't really mix these two together. Nigerians will have our package. As first, you can just drive from this port to another port. Some people will just give you driver's license.
Exactly.
You may not even go for drivers. There's so many. Why would they get so many accidents for the Nigerian? So many people, they just go get the driver's license without knowing how to drive. They don't know when to put navigator lights. They don't know when to use the side mirror. Some people don't even know what is side mirror.
You know, I went for vacation. When I went for vacation, I was in a bus. So I told the driver, half clutch. Put your vehicle on half clutch.
You won't kill him.
He look me. Tell me what they talk. What I'm trying to say is this: driver's license in UAE. For me, I spent up to 11,000 doing my driving license because of them. Then the driver license was more higher, especially if your visa status is in ordinary level. And apply my visa when my visa status was ordinary level. So I spent about 10 to 11,000 getting this license, and that's at that time is 1 point something million to get just driving license. Now, if
okay.
The amount alone will be discourageable, but once you don't get them,
and especially when
I got it the first time, what I normally tell my friends is that I have a plot of land in my pocket.
just paper.
I'm telling you, understand? So it's just part of investing, understand? Because as I am like this now, anybody that sees me now see value. They see value because I don't just appear like a Nigerian. I appear like a professional, experienced Nigerian in UAE. Like if I talk to anybody now, they will not say, this guy don't take here.
Somebody has arrived.
Exactly, understand? So I appeared professional because of the past. I did not just earned the driver license. I did the driver license and I did forklift license.
Wow.
I did not stop somewhere. I keep doing, and there's more for me to do because you cannot stay one place. Understand? If you want to improve, you will keep on investing. That's just it. So that is just for the driving license. If you want to apply driving license, there is no hard thing there. You understand? If you know how to drive, you can just basically I've already talked about driving license in my YouTube channel, so you can go and check there. I have already talked about everything, how to apply driving license, the amount it costs, how everything will go. Go to my YouTube channel and you will see it there. Go to the playlist, Dubai updates. If you go to my channel, go to the playlist, Dubai updates, everything is there. So another question, can you read this one?
Another thing, if your company is not paying you, try to do other side also, like buying goods for people in Nigeria or doing legit agent work and more.
If your company is not paying you,
Yeah, it's trying to give an advice so that you don't just be relying on the company that they've not paid you 2 months, 3 months. Have something you are doing, because most of this company, they don't pay you 3 months, they'll now wait till 1 month and I pay you 1 month salary. I've gotten people that after 3 months they pay them 1 month salary after 3 months, or they just give them money to buy food while the salary is still piling up. So this is just an advice.
This one he just said buying goods or involving yourself in agency. Now, you can actually be a businessman when you're working, understand? But just know that investing in business like buying and selling, buying and sending to Nigeria, depending on the connection you have in Nigeria. Some people will send item like this now, before you know they go sell chop money, see 1 naira.
Don't do brother and
So
sister thing, no.
exactly, you understand? So it's depending on how trusted you have somebody
Trust
there.
that you can
Like
have, yes.
me personally, me for me, it's a selling for me because I have a brother that I have in somewhere that we are like twins. You understand? It's my brother, so we do everything together. So it works for me because we have trust. You understand? Even if I lost 100,000, it's nothing. You understand? Because he has actually invested in me, and there's a
Yes.
bridge of trust. You understand? So this is what you need. You cannot say, my friend Jonathan in the Lagos, make you receive him. If you take him, so I've gotten a lot of people saying about that thing that they send
I've done
something
that
to their friend.
too
You
with a
understand?
very
So
close relative. I started by buying things and giving her to sell. And fine, she sold and she gave me my money back, which was good. Then I told her, no, 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 don't worry. I just put you in a test. I wanted to see if you can be something good with yourself. More. After giving that first trust, the second time, God, this lady did not give me till today we are not talking. Now she has become a big woman and she started business with my money. So if I see her, I'll be like, okay, at least thank God, say I help you start your
you
business.
made that, you made that, you made that. That's just
Yes,
it.
but don't just put
You
your
cannot
trust like,
you cannot escape the fact that you met her. Understand? So that's just it. The next, somebody asked something about Saudi Arabia.
me, I not reach that area, na Dubai I did.
My name is Anne, and I'm Kenyan working in Saudi Arabia as a domestic worker, and my contract ends this month. Do you have legit websites you would recommend one to use instead of paying agency? Now, my question is this: what is she talking about? Is she talking about coming to Dubai or staying in Saudi Arabia? So we need more clearance. And thanks for joining us. And don't forget to like us. And
She's
so I can
working in
answer
Saudi
your question.
Arabia.
Yes,
No, the truth is that she's working in Saudi Arabia. So we are talking about UAE in general. So for me, let
no,
me just
what
answer
she's
the
talking
question
about, I
that
think she want to relocate to UAE. That is what I'm
this month. Do
thinking.
you have legit website you would recommend one to use instead of paying agency? Okay, okay.
I think she want to recall, but you have to make it clear for us to understand your
Yes.
question. Thank you. So that's just it. I think we have answered every question here, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't liked this video, kindly like this video. My name is Chris Emilo, and here is Annex, what I normally call her Annette.
Annette. Annette, not Annette or Annette.
That your name is Annette, and Annette I'm seeing there, I'm not seeing Annex. Annex, I wanted to spell, yeah.
No problem, call. I know I'm the one they're
So,
calling. No problem.
so that's just it. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are discussing about the issues that comes up in your company, your workplace, and overstay, how to invest, company issues, salary, and summertime. We have talked about all this. If you're just coming to watch this video, kindly after this video, go back and start from the beginning so that you'll follow what we are doing. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chris Emilo, and here we'll bring you everything that has to do with Dubai United Arab Emirates with their jobs and employment. We are rounding up this today broadcast, but first of all, we are going to go on a short break and stay tuned, stay to the camera because we'll return shortly.
Open. Now that's a word that hasn't been used much in the world these days, huh? Well, open is looking good for Dubai right now, and we want to tell the world about it. It's open for business, of course, and a wealth of opportunities for the future. And there's literally hundreds of doors open to some of the best hotels you'll ever see. Oh, and the world's tallest building? Yep, that's open too. But this city is also open for fun. It's open for happy, open for crazy. Even the slopes are open. It's open for a guaranteed suntan and a dip in its beautiful, clear, warm waters. It's open for the arts and Arabian culture that you really need to experience, which means it's open for bucket lists too. But if opening boxes is all you want to do, there's more of that than you can possibly imagine. There's out in the open air, across open water, or if you just want to hit the open road full of hope and optimism. This is an open society, so it's up to you. This city has its arms wide open, and they're open for you. You get it? I think you do.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Life in Dubai United Arab Emirates. Here we bring you everything that has to do with Dubai United Arab Emirates with the jobs and employment. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe. If you're already part of the family, don't forget to like this video. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Annette, and she is a real estate expert. She has some rooms that you will be interested in, or your friends that want to tour Dubai will be interested. Instead of renting a hotel or spending more money in a hotel, you can actually contact her, and she will give you a well-befitting room for you and your team, or whoever it is coming from Nigeria. So, ladies and gentlemen, her number is already in the. Just go to our YouTube channel, right? Dubai UAE Legal Voice. Yeah. So go there and you will apply for. You can just comment at the comment section, and she will give you her number. Then you can contact her. It's more easier. So, but at least I want you people to at least go to our channel and subscribe so that I know that this channel is progressing. So kindly go to our channel after this video and subscribe to her channel, because she's also doing something that you will be interested in, especially when you come to UAE and tour and you need information. She has every information that you need. So regarding this lady, she said, yes, I want to relocate to Dubai because working condition here are not the best. I would like to work in a country with better working conditions.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you cannot come to UAE on tourist visa without an agent, Abi?
Yes.
You must come with an agent. You must go through an agent.
You must pass through agents. So just meet Mr. Emilo. He will give you the best agent for that.
Inshallah. So, ladies and gentlemen, Emilia has a question. How can husband and wife stay in first place? Oh my goodness.
Hey!
Answer the question. Answer the question.
Now, there are packaging with this. So. Okay, when I newly came to Dubai, I stayed with two ladies in a room, and I was feeling uncomfortable. And I said, okay, let me go and stay with other people. So I stayed with people. And when I saw this packaging, I was like, okay, let me mix up. Let me learn. Let me get this experience. I'll do past experience for this Dubai. So they were like, no, you can't stay there. This is for couple. I was like, I don't understand. Low bed is for couple. So who is staying up? They say down is for normal people. Then up one is for other people. But the lowest one is for couple. Like, couple as in what? It's husband and wife. I stayed with these people for 2 weeks now. Like, have I wasted my money? When will I run away from this place? And when I finally ran away from there, I never looked back. Like, what am I doing here? What kind of, if you're a couple, I beg, don't worry, we get maid's room that we can assist you with. Don't be inconveniencing people by staying in bed space. It doesn't make sense. Let me even talk now. We ladies waiting. How you be staying with a guy, especially you're not married with him, married to him, you be staying in bed space. Get shame now, waiting. Abba. So please,
So
it's not good.
let me throw more light on that. If you're married and basically some of them don't have maybe
Most of
their
them are
money
not
is not
married.
enough. Maybe waiting concern me. You're married, you're not married. Now, what I see, there is a room, a place that you can stay with couple, but for me, it's better you take one room. You take one room, partition it into two. Understand? Don't go for best place. You go for partition. If you're a couple, you go for partition. I think it's more better. That
Yeah.
maybe a room might be divided into three. Then you have your own space. You know, you have your own. So if you're a couple, it's better you go for partition. If you don't have money for room, you go for partition instead of paying for a best place, because the best place you will not have your privacy. You know, even if you are doing the do, you understand, the place go to shake. You understand, you cannot get. You're gonna do everything smoothly so that people don't go notice. Understand? So that is just it. You just need a place of privacy. So
Annette
understand.
wept.
Mm. Now, the Niger asked another question. Can you read it out?
For example, if one comes from Nigeria, can he do a health and safety course and get employed as a beginner or fresher? How much is the cost? I just subscribed to your channel now. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I have a friend that wants to come from Nigeria, and that was the advice I gave him, that if he comes, he should just go for this course, because I did it and it's okay. For beginners, I don't know. You just keep applying. But one thing I should tell people here, making sacrifice is very good. If you're going to do this kind of thing, option yourself like, I want to work for you for free. You are getting experience. If you tell these people I want to work for you for, that is why I always tell people, package yourself well, have small money, make the sacrifice. If you work for them for free, when they have an opening for 0 to 1 year, you can slot in, you can go in because you've been working for them. Then from that time, you are growing yourself, and before you know it, you have worked for those people for 2 years. If after the 2 years they don't retain you because of this whole problem, whichever way, then by the time you start applying. So yes, we advise or support you to come in and start with this course. And I have a friend that can give you discounts for this course, because I also went to this school, health and safety course. And another thing about this course, you can do it when you have the certificate, you can use it in other countries and you are still certified to use the certificate. It's not like having the certificate in Nigeria and you can't use it in UAE. This certificate, you have it, use it in Nigeria, use it in UAE, use it in some other countries.
You know, one thing I want to talk about this safety course. This safety course that people are going into for a fresher. Uh, because normally everything that has advantage has disadvantage. And me, I
Yes.
go both sides. You get. Now, if you are a new person in UAE and you never get work, you only go for safety course when you don't get work at hand. Now, do you know that safety course is safety job is a job that they normally select nationality. Not every safety company applies Nigeria.
I have so many friends that are Nigerians working.
Yeah, they are working on safety, but not all. Now, I normally tell people this: if you are to apply for a safety course, it worked for you, it might not work for me.
Yeah.
Now, if you are to invest, I normally tell people, if you want to invest, do not invest with all you have. You invest with half. Again, have your backup plan. You have a backup already. But if you say you just come to UAE and you want to use everything you have to invest in safety course, the job of safety might not come at that particular moment. It might not come at that particular moment. So the best thing is to take the little that you see at that particular moment. Then once you take the little that you see, they provide you your visa, then you go ahead and start your safety course. That safety course then you will relax. You don't have any tension. You can relax, do the safety course with no tension.
Yes.
Then after you get your certificate, within the period of your 2 years in your company, your safety course experience has also grown, because once you get the certificate, the experience is reading. That is the advantage. The experience is reading. So even if you get it and put it in your bag, the experience counts. because some company need people that has experience, especially UAE experience. They
Yes.
determine your salary package. Some would like to employ you because if they know that you don't have experience and you will take lesser salary, that's why they employ some people that has new one. But if you have an experience, that is another chance of you getting a better salary or safety. So do not apply safety course on the dying period, and do not apply safety course so early. Apply it in the middle. When I say dying period, some people will apply for safety course at the end of their contract. They don't have enough time. They will be going to and fro, they will not be satisfied, they will not relax and meditate on the courses, And some we apply safety course in the beginning when they don't have a UAE visa.
Enough money, they don't have
So
visa.
yeah, they don't have enough money. So you have to apply it in the middle, so that it will not be so difficult for you to handle. So that's just it.
And this course, you can do weekend program. You can do just Fridays. You can do just Saturdays. So even if you are working in any organization, your day off, you need these people.
You can go, yeah.
You'll be growing yourself.
So the next question, okay, or should I just do Syria and after 2 years migrate to safety? Better, I think.
Better, yeah. Because if you do Syria, once you have done with this Syria certificate or license, you can just quickly get a job. And while you are working, you can now be using your weekend or one day that you have to apply for other ones. And then they will give you visa when you have your Syria. They'll give you accommodation and you'll be getting your salary. So from your salary, you can now make a budget that, okay, I'll be putting this in my health and safety course or any other course you want to do. Because not only health and safety course, there are so many other courses they do in UAE.
Silva has a question. How much is health and safety cost?
Don't worry. I can't remember the price now. I can't. I know one thing about price. Price changes all the time. So, but if you come, don't worry. If you come to my channel, I'll find out.
Can you go and subscribe to our channel? Then, if you subscribe to our channel, ask your question below. Then she might give you the number to contact. So that is the best way. So go to our channel at Dubai UAE Legal Voice. UAE Legal Voice. Yeah, go there and subscribe. So another Adewale has a question to ask. How can someone with Babi? What is Babi?
Yeah.
Hairdressing. Okay, hairdressing. Babin, hairdressing. Still survive.
See, you can own your own company. See one thing there. Don't see yourself, don't degrade yourself or degrade anything you do. Whatever you think that is low, somebody needs it. Even me, I've been calling cleaner. If these cleaners all resign and all of them go and do safety course and all of them go and become teachers or lawyers, nobody will be cleaners and it will affect all of us too. So whatever thing you know how to do, you can grow in it. Fine, maybe you're working under a company or working under a shop that you're a barber. If you are saving money, you can still, you meet people and you can be home delivery. I don't know if they have license for that one here in Dubai, so that you're not going to cut somebody's hair and you have a fight. But then you can still open your own barber shop. Like Marina, for example, there's no African barber shop that I know. People have to leave Marina, go to Dera, and there's no parking. So, or parking is, some people don't even like going to Dera. So you see boys or guys keeping afro because you can't be going to cut your hair every week in Dera. So you have an advantage. Acquire more skills, and maybe with time you can have partners that can open in places that you have not seen people having barbing salon.
Mr. Adewale, do you know that I'm also a barber?
Oh.
Now,
you know everything you do, jack of all trades.
Now, this is a question. The way I'm going to answer it is this. I normally tell people that the way you planned before coming to UAE is not what you will meet in UAE.
Yes.
Your profession, your talent. I'm a musician also. Don't worry, one of these days I will play one of my music in my channel. You see, I'm a musician. I'm a rapper. Okay. I'm a singer.
Okay.
Understand? So now, it's the condition that you see that you take at that particular. Understand? Your talent, your vision, and whatever you see. I've been wanting to do YouTube program for a very, very long time. When I was watching Wanda Maya, you know Wanda Maya?
Not exactly.
This guy that normally do African tour, you know, he was the person that actually inspired me to for this YouTube. Because when he was in China, he normally go out, you know, talk Chinese with other Chinese people, you know. I started liking his program and I was like, hey, how can I? And that particular thing that she's doing is like life in China. So I was like, why can't I bring something live in Dubai, but in my own, it should be something educative, you know? So that is how it comes up. So what am I trying to say is this, your talents and whatever skill you have can come later. First of all, what you'll be asking is, how can I come to Dubai and secure a job that will give me a visa? And once you are stayed in UAE, then you will know if barbing job is not, I'm not even advising you to come to Dubai and go and barb. The only thing I will advise you to come here and have your own barbing shop. Fine.
Yes.
Understand?
So you
So,
start from
but
somewhere so that
you
you
start
know
from
how they
somewhere.
do it here. Yeah.
Understand? So starting from somewhere is for you getting another job. Any job that comes, if find the baba job comes your way, you take it. But if it not come your, if it's cleaning or anyone that comes your way, you take it at that particular moment. Then within those 2 years, you have been looking around and see that okay, this is what I want. And if you save up, if you are able to save up money or you have extra money in Nigeria to bring in, invest in UAE, fine. You can get a license and open a barber shop. Then it will move for you very well. If you need location, personally, I will give you location where it will move for you. So it's good. It's a good idea, but you need to start from
Start
somewhere.
from
So
somewhere
that's
and
just
save
it.
your money. Get to know
Yeah,
places, get to know the rules and regulations before you, because you also need a license to
yeah,
open the barber's shop in Dubai.
yeah. Everything in UAE is licensed.
Yes.
So Emilia has a question, another question. I want to know if I go vacation, I would I apply for another visa or just only flight ticket? Vacation is vacation, so your visa is still valid. Understand? Your visa is still valid, so all you need to do is just to uh if your company is a good company, they are going to buy ticket for you through and flow, going and coming. So it's a 1 month vacation, so you come back after 1 month. And it's just the flight ticket that you need to buy. So how long
Except
do
you
have
have cancelled your employment visa, then they will buy just one ticket for you to go. Then you buy
going back?
tickets to come back again.
If they have cancelled your visa, then if you go back to Nigeria, it's for you to apply a
Apply. Yes.
fresh visa. But if your visa is still valid, it's just a flight ticket return that you need. So that's just it. Somebody asks, how long do health and safety insurance last? As brilliant as you are, as brilliant as you, it depends on
Okay.
your brain. Yes, and if your brain carry it, you can
How
last.
long does the health and safety course last? Okay, maybe it's trying to
Depending
know, for example, how many
depending on how
months or
intelligent you are.
weeks. Okay, that is when you write the exam. If not,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
IOSH that is just for 3 days. Then Nibosh is for 3 weeks.
Okay.
Nibosh has two parts. They have the practical parts where during our set we did an open book exam. Then the
Mm,
other one was practical. So it took us 3 weeks to go for the lectures. Then I think like 1 month or 2 months to prepare for the exam. Then the results comes out like 2 or 3 months. So at the end of the day, you're planning 8 months if possible. If you pass, good. If you not pass, you write the exam again. So it's almost like
You see,
6 months or
that's what I
so.
normally say. And it's the process of this thing. Even doing it is very long, so you need a lot of time to. That's why you need to settle down before going to all these courses.
Yes,
Especially
yes, yes,
even the driving license, you need to have a job in your hand before going for a driving
yes,
license.
yes.
Besides, you need visa before you can able to apply a driving license. New UAE visa. Please tell me about husband and wife visa. Wonderful. Husband
The
and
same way
wife
you
visa.
apply for other visas, you apply. Just go to any of the agencies and they apply for husband and wife visa for you. The only problem with husband and wife visa, if the husband find trouble, it will affect the wife. If the wife find trouble, it will affect the husband.
You can apply your personal your each visa separate now, just normal
No, to cut costs, to cut costs.
cost.
That is if you are doing husband and wife visa, that is residence visa. You cannot get
And
foreign visa for husband and wife.
you must also provide your marriage certificate. Don't forget.
Yes, compulsory, compulsory. And you can even add your children to it safe, no problem. Family visa.
Yeah. The Niger. Read out.
Aside from health and safety course and salesman, what other courses can one do that will enable the person to make or save money faster? Oh, no, I can't talk about faster here. Okay, blow. Yes, I like your language, blow. To make person blow. Okay. There's this one they call RERA. Is for what will I call it now? For real estate agents. But I don't know how effective it is, or I can't really tell you how effective it is like right now. But these are courses. You can go for computer courses. You can go for. There are so many courses, many.
Barrister is also a good job now.
Yeah,
Barrister.
barrister. Yes, barrister.
Yeah.
Maybe not be lawyer or barrister. People that make coffee, that make.
Barrister making coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, there are caterers. That they are caterers. There are so many courses. Don't worry.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the end of this live video. I hope you guys enjoyed what we discussed about, and I hope you learned one or two things. The purpose of this channel is to make sure that everybody that comes to this channel is enlightened one way or the other. I believe that whatever thing we said, maybe the 100% might not be okay for you, but trust me, what is good for you may be bad for another person, and what is bad for another person may be good for you. So you might take it or leave it, but there's somebody there that needs it. So that is why the information is given out so that the people that actually need it will get the message. So if you're a kind person, you can kindly share this video to anybody that needs the information. And also don't forget to subscribe to her channel at UAE Legal Voice. And also don't forget to like this video. If you're new in my channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you not subscribe, now God they look you. If you not like this video, God is watching. God is watching. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the end of this live video. Hope you enjoyed us, and I believe you learned one or two things. If you have another question to ask, kindly ask it after this video. The video will be published in my channel, and also you can also ask any question at the downside of the comments, and also try to use the hashtag Chris Emilo so that we can also move forward. So, any comment you are going to make down to my video session, use the hashtag Chris Emilo. And don't forget, we have a Twitter handle at Voice of Nigerians in Dubai. So you can kindly follow our Twitter handle. This is a Twitter handle that is created for a particular union that is not exposed. So you can actually follow the Twitter handle. Here we talked about, we just like creating awareness that we are also Nigerians that are in UAE that has issue because Twitter is a powerful weapon now that people listen to. So you have to be on Twitter. So follow us at Voice of Nigerians in Dubai, and also our Facebook platform. We have a lot of Facebook platform which I will review later. A lot. We have I have more than 5 Facebook platforms that you know, but you don't know that that is behind or somebody is behind it. But very soon you will know.
I've been pesting all of them.
So ladies and gentlemen, kindly follow us or follow her. You follow her. If you never follow her, at least make you get 5 followers. I think we up to 10 people will watch this video. Will watch constantly. So at least if I can notice 3 people that followed, that subscribed to our channel, at least I will be glad. So kindly go to our channel right now and subscribe to UAE Legal Voice. UAE Legal Voice. That is a YouTube channel, and there you will learn more things about UAE. I'm going to give a shout out to everybody that has joined us that put up comments here. That is the only one's name that we will see. Thank you, the Niger. Thanks for joining us. Always joining us. Thank you so much. Alufa, thank you for joining. Mayong Abe, thank you for joining. Alexis Tessa, thank you for joining. Tracy, thank you for joining. Victor Eze, thank you for joining. Farwe Production, thank you for joining. Chigozie Emilia, this is my sister name. That Chigozie is my sister name code. Thank you for joining us. And Timmy Toppe, thank you for joining. This is Anne, thank you for joining. And every other person, Justice, thank you for joining. Tega, thank you for joining. Mazi Ojoto Global, thank you for joining. Ojoto Global, one of the biggest YouTube in this country. So, Mazi Ojoto is one of, don't just say, and is an influencer, you know. Sometimes I normally go through his channels, and he's also a comedian. If you know Mazi Ojoto, I don't know how that he's a comedian, you are joking. If you go through his Facebook page, you know that Mazi Ojoto is actually a comedian, even better than other comedians. So, shout out to Mazi Ojoto. Thank you for joining, and everybody that has joined me at this live. Thank you, and God bless us all. And
thank you.
The last question, please. Do you have any genuine link where someone can study cyber course or IT course? IT course is a very good course now. Or computer science.
Yeah, it's a good course, but I don't know any genuine one right now.
No, if you are in UAE, you must know now. Is it in Nigeria or in UAE? If you're in UAE, you must know about how to get a safety course or IT course. I need to say
genuine one. Where they're not go scam.
Definitely, there's genuine one here.
It has a good certificate or license. Yeah, just keep checking. One thing, if you join our group, when you find these things and you are not sure, you send a message to our group. There'll be like 4, 5, 10 people that will tell you, no, I went to this school, it's bad. That is one thing about being in our group too, not just the YouTube. We have group, a platform, a WhatsApp platform. So people go there and find out that, okay, I got this job interview. They have called me for this job. Is this place good? And you see pile up of message, no, they are scammers or no. So still try to join our group and you get 1 or 2 things. If you find any IT or computer this thing, let us know.
Mazi Ojoto have something for you. Say not remember your face. So introduce yourself.
Okay. Good evening. I've been following you though. My name is Annette. I am a legal practitioner by profession, but right now I'm just practicing.
Mazi Ojoto, to cut the long story short, she's one of our representatives. Blah blah blah. The girl. Annette.
I chatted with him before on WhatsApp. Can you imagine?
No, we know you as
fine.
We know you as Annette, not Annex. This is Annex to Annette. Not
me. I go give Mazi fine.
Okay, thank you guys for joining. Hope you will be live on our next Tuesday. That is every Tuesday live. We'll be live. Maybe with another person that has another information for you. So ladies and gentlemen, kindly keep on subscribing, keep on supporting the brand Chris Emilo, and also share this video. If you want to share, you can share this video, but mostly don't forget to like. If you know, like, God is watching. God is watching. Thank you guys, and we're about to go right now. Thank you, and God.
Baby,